Right now, in your pantry or fridge, there's a product wearing a green label or a word like clean, a word with no legal definition in this country. And most of the brands in this video will never carry that warning symbol, not because they are healthy, because the system was not built to catch them. Since January 2026, Canada legally requires a warning symbol on the front of any package high in sugar, salt, or saturated fat. Problem solved? Not even close. Canadians spend over $140 billion a year at food and beverage stores. That is Statistics Canada's number. How much of that buys products wearing a health halo? Nobody knows. Not even the government tracks it, because better for you is not a food category. It is a marketing costume. Today I am naming 5 brands sold across Loblaws, Sobeys, Metro, and Walmart that are failing you behind a health halo and telling you exactly what is on the label that proves it. Stay until the end, because we are also giving you 3 brands that actually earn the claim. Number 5, Quaker Harvest Crunch. Granola has better PR than almost any food in Canada. Quaker Harvest Crunch has been a fixture in Canadian kitchens for decades, and that familiarity is exactly what the front label is selling you. Go straight to the ingredients. Whole grain oats leads, rolled whole wheat is second. Real. But the third ingredient is a sugar grouping, brown sugar and honey blend. A measured half cup contains around 11 to 12 grams of sugar. Nobody measures a half cup of granola. Pour a normal bowl and you are likely doubling it. Scoop a handful and press it between your fingers. If it clumps and sticks, that is the sugar binding it, not the natural oils from the oats. This hits morning exercisers hardest, people who reach for granola as a recovery food and are unknowingly loading up on refined sugar. Fair note, Quaker Quick Oats is genuinely nutritious. This problem is specific to the granola range. What comes next borrowed its credibility directly from the medical community. Number 4, Nestlé Boost. Original Boost is stocked beside pharmacies and recommended by well-meaning healthcare workers. The packaging looks clinical. For older Canadians and their families, Boost carries the weight of a medical recommendation, even when no one actually made one. The Canadian Boost original label opens with water, then corn syrup, then milk protein, then sugar, then vegetable oils. Corn syrup is the second ingredient in a product marketed as a nutritional supplement for vulnerable adults. Combined with added sugar further down the list, total sugars come to around 15 grams per 237 milliliter bottle. Crack one open. The smell is heavily sweet and synthetic, not the clean scent of something primarily nutritive. The people most affected are elderly Canadians and post-surgery patients whose families believe this is medically appropriate. And here's the twist. Since January 2026, Canada requires a warning symbol on the front of foods high in sugar, but products classified as meal replacements or nutritional supplements are prohibited from carrying it. The product that looks the most like medicine is the one the warning system cannot touch. Fair note, Boost High Protein has a better nutritional profile and is a different product. Number 3 has been the picture of breakfast health for generations. Since January, its own carton has to tell you something different. Number 3, Tropicana Pure Premium Orange Juice. Tropicana Pure Premium is the gold standard of Canadian orange juice. On the hotel brunch table, in the fridge at family gatherings. The brand has been synonymous with real fruit for so long that questioning it feels almost impolite. Here's what the front label does not say. After squeezing, the juice is deoxygenated and stored for up to a year, stripping the natural flavor. Tropicana then adds back a proprietary flavor pack of orange-derived aromatics, confirmed by CBC Marketplace. The label says 100% pure squeezed orange juice. Not a lie. Pour a glass beside a freshly cut orange. The aroma difference is measurable. A 250 milliliter glass also delivers 22 grams of sugar, with none of the fiber from whole fruit to slow absorption. That is 22% of your daily value. And as of January 1st, 2026, that number crosses a legal line. Canada now requires a magnifying glass warning symbol on the front of foods high in sugar, and juice is not exempt. New Tropicana cartons must say high in sugars right on the front. Older stock can still sell through. So next time you are in the juice aisle, compare 2 cartons side by side. The difference tells you everything. This hits families with young children hardest, households where juice replaced pop a generation ago. Fair note, the with pulp variant retains more fiber. Number 2 has been running a slow con for over 40 years. It is in almost every kitchen in this country. Number 2, Bakesell Original. Margarine Bakesell spent 40 years building one of the most durable health brands in Canadian food history. The Heart and Stroke Foundation logo. Generations of Canadians switched from butter because the science told them to, and the brand reinforced it at every turn. In 2018, Health Canada banned the partially hydrogenated oils that made old-style margarine genuinely dangerous. And to be fair, Bakesell had dropped them years before the ban. Real progress. But read the Bakesell Original label today. 74% canola oil, water, then modified palm and palm kernel oils, and further down calcium disodium EDTA, a preservative plus beta-carotene, a plant pigment added to make it look like butter. Here's the quiet irony. Palm kernel oil is one of the most saturated fats in the plant kingdom. The brand that built its name warning Canadians about saturated fat needs it about 6% of the tub, because without hydrogenation, something has to make liquid oil behave like a solid. The trans fat problem is gone, but the long-term effects of regularly consuming industrially processed palm and canola oils remain actively debated. Older Canadians who switched on medical advice in the 1980s have never been given a reason to question it. And number one, the brand that surprised me most. Not the worst on this list, but the one with the largest gap between image and reality. Number 1. Nature Valley Crunchy Bars. Nature Valley is the #1 granola bar brand in Canada. The packaging is mountains and trails. General Mills has built one of the most successful product identities in Canadian grocery around the idea that these bars belong in the same category as a hike. They are in every hospital vending machine and every school lunch bag in this country. Open a 2-bar oats and honey pouch and read the label. Whole grain oats lead, genuine, then sugar, then canola and sunflower oil, then rice flour, then honey, then brown sugar syrup, a second hit of sugar. A 2-bar serving is around 11 grams of sugar and 190 calories. Nobody eats 1 bar from a 2-bar sleeve. Break one in half. The cross-section is pressed sugar and oil around oat pieces. The whole grain claim is accurate. The health framing is not. This matters most for the millions of Canadians managing blood sugar who have been told to eat whole grain snacks and are reaching for exactly this. Now, 3 that actually earn it. Accessible. President's Choice 0% plain Greek yogurt. President's Choice 0% plain Greek yogurt contains 2 ingredients: skim milk and bacterial culture. A 175-gram serving delivers around 17 grams of protein and 0 grams of added sugar. Nothing synthetic. Open it and smell it. Clean, slightly tart, nothing else. Available at Loblaw-owned stores across Canada at a price that works for any budget. The pick for families, newcomers to Canadian grocery, and seniors on fixed incomes who want real nutrition without a premium price. Mid-range. Simply Protein Crispy Bars. Simply Protein is a Canadian-founded Toronto brand built around a short, readable ingredients list. Their crispy bars deliver 12 grams of protein and 2 grams of sugar. Made from soy protein crisps, an inulin, a plant fiber, and a small amount of cane sugar. No glucose fructose syrups, no modified starches. Non-GMO project verified. Snap 1 in half. Dense and consistent, no syrupy binding. The pick for active Canadians who need a mid-afternoon snack that does not spike blood sugar. Premium pick. Genuine Health Fermented Greek Yogurt Proteins Plus. Genuine Health has been a Canadian family-owned brand out of Toronto since 1995. Their Fermented Greek Yogurt Proteins Plus uses a verified fermented dairy protein, which improves bioavailability and digestibility compared to standard whey, from grass-fed, non-GMO dairy. A serving delivers 25 grams of protein, no artificial sweeteners, no fillers. Stir a scoop into water. It dissolves cleanly with no synthetic aftertaste. The pick for anyone who has been disappointed by the gap between what supplement labels promise and what they deliver. Every claim in this video was pulled from product ingredient labels, CFIA Public Records, Health Canada Guidance, and Open Food Facts Canada. The Tropicana Flavor Pack claim was confirmed by CBC Marketplace and Radio-Canada L'Épicerie. Since January 2026, the front of a package finally has to warn you about 3 things: saturated fat, sugar, and sodium. That magnifying glass symbol is real progress, but it covers only 3 nutrients. And words like clean and wholesome have no legal definition in this country at all, while even natural is policed only by guidance, not by law. The symbol is a start, not a shield. Your best tool is still the ingredients list. Flip the package. Read from the top. The first 3 ingredients are the product. Drop your go-to health food brand in the comments. I want to know what Canadians are actually buying